My name is Abby, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa. It's Sunday, and in a couple of hours we will have the next Conelanders Assetto Corsa race. As you can see, it will be at Spa, and as I currently struggle with my performance in Assetto Corsa and I'm all the time frustrated and not really happy with my performance during the races, I have to find a way how I can overcome those issues and how I can be happy again, how I can really focus on the race so that I avoid making mistakes. And in this case, I think I like to create some short warm-up videos for each race where I will just talk about my goals, where I will talk a little bit about the characteristics of the racetrack, and just bring you up to speed what is going on, what are my thoughts in order to clear my mind and also to get a little bit more practice, because I think it's also quite necessary to be as prepared as possible. And so I really hope this will help me to overcome my issues and to overcome my struggles with Assetto Corsa so that I can be happy with my performance. And so today will be the first warm-up of, for a Conelanders Assetto Corsa race. And so we are at Spa. And I think the most challenging thing will be the start of the race, because after a very short straight, we will hit a hairpin, and I think this will cause some severe issues. If you are on the left-hand side of the track, you might have some more space, and if you are on the right-hand side of the racetrack, you might get squeezed or sandwiched, and this could be quite problematic. So we will see how this will pan out in the race, and yeah, let's just take a look at the racetrack. So here we go. As you can see, right after the start we are immediately approaching the first hairpin, and this turn can be quite problematic as it's hairpin and it can cause some severe issues as we were at the Nürburgring. And then once you have survived the first chicane, you're approaching Eau Rouge, and this can be also quite problematic because you can drive flat out through it, but if there are other cars and other cars have a different line than you have, then you can't really keep your line, because at this high speeds you can't really avoid hitting a car when suddenly this car in front of you or suddenly does a mistake or so. After this long straight, we approach the first turns, which are quite nice to drive. There might be some good overtaking opportunities and possibilities at the end of this long straight. We will see. Then okay, I don't need to shift down here. I'm just a little bit distracted by my explanations, and that's also the reason why I like to do those warm-up videos, that I don't have to think about those things in the actual race and I can focus more on what is going on the racetrack. So then this turn is quite challenging because you can't drive flat out through this turn, so you need to slow down a bit, but you don't have to slow down too much as you will lose too much speed otherwise. Then you will come to some more high-speed turns which are nice to drive. You can mostly drive all of the turns in the forest gear, which is quite cool, so you don't need to think so much about the right gear. You can just stick in forest and drive through all those turns. And now it's once again flat out, all the time flat out. So Spa's crazy, Spa's really crazy. There might be a lot of drafting, which is cool, which is really cool. On the other hand, this also can lead to some problems, and here we do have another fast turn. So I don't think it would be that good to try overtaking before the turn, maybe after it. And then comes this chicane, and the chicane is quite challenging. When you miss the braking point, you are screwed And yeah, so you need to brake in time to not spin out or lose your car or have some other issues. And yeah, that's Spa. I mean, it was not the perfect presentation of this racetrack, but you get an idea what the challenges will be for the first lap of the race. And yeah, speaking of the race, what are my goals? Well, my goals are obviously avoid mistakes, don't do a mistake, and stay out of trouble, because yeah, my goal is not to really get into the endurance race. I mean, it would be cool if I could make it into the endurance race, but my main goal is really to overcome my struggles with Assetto Corsa and to be happy again. And when I can have a clean race and I even finish last or so, then I would be still quite happy, because then I would be on the right track to overcome my struggles, and that's all what counts. So we will see if I can do this, and in order to achieve this, I will try to stay out of trouble as much as possible. This will be quite challenging at the start of the race. As I said, we are approaching a hairpin right after the start, and then we have to somehow make it through Eau Rouge, and I think there it can be quite easy to get involved in some trouble, and I really hope I won't get spun out by someone. We will see. We will see how this will pan out, and then once the race has settled, I will try to not do things like this, and more importantly, when I get closer to a car, I will try to well, only attack and overtake when I'm sure that this will work out. So I won't try to force my way up and to really be too aggressive and, well, try to overtake at all costs. No. If I see that it will be a little bit risky and that I can only overtake when I brake very, very late into a chicane or so, then I might just back off a bit and leave the car or leave the turn to the car in front of me, because yeah, I don't want to get into the position that I really have to brake late, which will in the end screw me up or so. And yeah, so I have to really try to stay out of trouble, and those are the goals for the race at Spa. I hope everything will work out that way. And yeah, now after those 2 laps I feel much better, because I have now talked about all the things that are going on that are in my head that might screw me up during the race, because then I try to explain those things and I have to pay attention to the traffic, and this can be really problematic. And now I feel prepared, or hopefully I am prepared for the race. And yeah, the only thing that is left to do is to wish all the other drivers good luck. I hope we can have an amazing race at Spa. I hope we can have a lot of fun. I really hope those warm-up videos help me to overcome my struggle with Assetto Corsa and with the races, because yeah, I don't want to be all the time frustrated at the end of a race weekend and just think, why do I have to make all the time mistakes? Can't I be as consistent as I usually am in Assetto Corsa? And so we will see if this helps. I really hope so. And I hope you will enjoy my race coverage, at least of the heat race. I will be proud of. I'm not quite sure, as I said, if I will make it to the endurance race. It would be nice, but if I don't qualify for this, then I'm fine as well. It's more about, yeah, getting back into racing, getting my consistency back, being happy with my performance, and yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed this first warm-up video. I hope it will help me, and so thank you so much for watching. As I said, I hope I will see you on the race. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!
Thank you.